Great day, great day. Welcome, everybody. As you're entering in, just want you all to know you are in for an amazing, amazing episode. Stop stumbling. How self sabotage is basically stalling your success. I'm going to walk you through on some key principles. And I am super elated if you're coming in for the first time and you're wanting to chime in. I am Ruth McCracken, will be your host here at Breaking Boundaries podcast. And I help mid-level professionals and up basically to help them transform how to market themselves and be able to position themselves with marketing as a top talent so they can start attracting those top premier companies their way effortlessly. However, I want to jump in because I know I hear from you all and I speak to a lot of solopreneurs, career professionals, career leaders, seasoned vets. And I want to ask you this question. Are you feeling basically, are you number one, a career leader, or even maybe a seasoned business owner or entrepreneur, feeling the weight of your efforts without seeing the results, your desired results, that is? Self doubt may come in where you're putting in the work, however, the work is not producing the results that you're looking for. If that is you, you're definitely in the right place at the right time. And my goal here with you is I promise that you're going to be able to walk away on 4 actionable items that you're going to take action right. We all want you to take action. I want you to take action right away on stop stumbling. Let me know if you're ready. Go ahead and celebrate and share and like and follow because you want to be able to stay tuned and stay ready. And even when you're finding yourself falling back a couple of steps, this is the time to pick up your mat and accelerate by reshaping and reframing some of the habits that may have been suppressing and holding you back. Let's go ahead. So I'm glad that you all are joining now in this transformative discussion on the Breaking Boundary podcast, where I'm basically going to help unravel this basically unwelcoming nature of self sabotage and provide actionable, like I said earlier, steps to overcome it. Let me know if you're ready, because I definitely want you to know that it's time for you to basically see a revealing way to trusting the process and not bowing down or throwing in the towel. Enough is enough. Yes. First thing I want you to do is, are you able to do this? Identify patterns of self sabotage. As I talk to multitudes of leaders, regardless if they're maybe managers or in the C suite, it impacts you the same way. No matter what tax bracket you're in, you could be a multimillionaire. It's all about, are you using this type of muscle or creating this type of behavior? Self awareness, my friends, is the cornerstone of personal growth. Now, by recognizing patterns of self sabotage is first step. Now, you're taking the first step towards breaking free from being in this grip. You know, did you know that according to a study by the American Psychology Association, nearly 85% of people admit to engaging in self sabotaging behaviors. Wow. I want you all to allow that to dwell on and process a little bit here. Because imagine the opportunities missed and the key potential that left untapped due to these unconscious patterns that may have been lingering for weeks, months, even in fact for years. Now, by identifying them, you can more likely reclaim your control of your narrative and pave the way even more closer to your success. Who's ready to pave the way closer to their success? I want you to as well. Now, number 2, let me know if this is helpful for you. How am I doing so far? Because my goal is I want you to be able to walk away with these 4 key identifiers that's going to help you to stop stumbling, okay? And removing self sabotage. Challenge, number 2, challenge negative thoughts, patterns, and beliefs. Well, what do you mean by that, Ruth? Well, our minds are powerful. And I'm not talking about the brain, I'm talking about the mind. The mind, meaning it's part of your physical, your spiritual, every DNA, every chromosome, every cells. It basically operates your whole vessel as a human. And are you capable of shaping your reality based on the beliefs that you hold? So that's basically your mind. Your mind is it's operating in, think of it as a PC hardware system. Everything that you're walking through day to day, it's basically like a Kodak. It's capturing everything that you're seeing on a day to day, even the negative thoughts, negative behaviors, the news, whatever's on social media, whatever may be involved into the workplace, or perhaps maybe coming off of a client engagement. All of that is being developed and also downloaded into your subconscious. So, what's happening? Then the next day, and the following day, and the following weeks, and so on and so forth, is re basically reciting everything that you've pretty much been taking in on a day to day. Now it's time to unwire, because some of them may not be serving you. And let's do that by letting you know, considering these research that I've seen from Stanford or read from Stanford University suggests that individuals with pessimistic mindset are more likely to experience setbacks in their careers and maybe business as well. But here's the good news, my friend. You have the power to challenge and reframe these beliefs. How many of you all are willing to go ahead and step into your power and now say enough is enough? What you have right now is more than enough to shift whatever perception, whatever self-sabotaging behaviors that have been occurring up until this point stops right now. By replacing self-doubt with self-affirmation, yes, you are reshaping not only your reality, but you're also opening doors to new possibilities. Now, who's ready to definitely see a full transformation by implementing and acting on these two steps? Step number 3, practice self compassion and forgiveness. No more resentment, no more guilty, no more shame, no more, oh, I'm not going to forgive my mom or my dad, or perhaps your English teacher, your instructor, maybe your professor in college, or maybe your current manager who did not give you that raise, and you're holding so much heavy weight due to that. It's easy to be hard on ourselves, especially in the face of failure or perceived shortcomings. Yet studies have shown that self compassion, yes, is linked to greater resilience and mental well being. Now, according to the University of Texas, and basically in Austin, individuals who practice self compassion are more likely to bounce back from setbacks and pursue their goals with renewed revelation, with renewed, vibrant vigor type of energy. Now, by extending grace to ourselves and embracing forgiveness, my friends, we create space for not only for growth, but also for transformation. Who's ready to see a change? Let you know that keep doing what you're doing, because the work is working. As long as you're putting in the work, not just sitting there and just hoping and praying that someone's going to pick you up and put you into the miracle pool. Today is the day that you're going to act. And then finally, let me know if this is helpful, because I really want you to be able to release those chains. Breaking those boundaries is going to elevate not only your mind, but also move you towards the success that you are called to do. Let me know if this is something that you're going to activate right away, because I want you to soar. I want to see you prospering. However, stop stumbling and finding yourself fumbling the ball in the game, because in reality, that's what life is. Life is a huge game. But the question I want to ask you is, are you learning the rules? Are you learning the rules on how to play this game and play it effectively? Yes? Step number 4, set clear goals and celebrate small victories. How many of you all set goals maybe a few months back, and when the last time you actually even looked at them? When did you actually review them? Study shows that people who are successful, very successful that is, they review their goals throughout the day, maybe two, three times a day, believe it or not. In fact, they would even rewrite them because they're creating a muscle, creating a habit. Goal setting is a fundamental aspect of achievement. Yet, the journey towards those goals, where true progress is truly made. Now, research also published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology highlights the importance of celebrating small victories along the way. I know some people who say, well, Ruth, I work in a very hostile environment, pretty hostile and toxic that is, and my manager doesn't even recognize the true value of work that I bring every day to the workplace. Although they then identified and celebrated with their leaders without identifying who was in collaboration with them. Let me know if that is you. And I want you to let you know that you're not alone. I want you to know that it let's focus on the things that are working so it can eliminate some of the what you're visualizing now in your reality that isn't working. So let's do this. Each milestone reached within your goals, I want you to know that it is a testament to your resilience and determination, even the mini milestones. We don't want to dim the light on those. By setting clear, achievable goals, I want to help you challenge yourself to also acknowledging your progress. How are you measuring whether or not it's performing the way you want it to perform, or if you're needing to go back and refine if it's maybe unrealistic for you at this point? You feel motivation and momentum towards your ultimate vision of success. And in order to do so, you got to take baby steps. You got to find yourself, whether it be maybe connecting with a mentor or a coach or someone who's qualified in the field and arena that you may be needing an area of underdeveloped or maybe under supervised because you may just not have had the exposure or the experience on knowing how. And that's why it's very important that you want to be able to set certain measurable goals for your person, not just for your personal growth, but also in your profession and in your business. How am I doing? Are you all basically grabbing? And you may want to even go back and hit the replay because I want it to really resonate with you and fully for you to start removing and unlearning certain behaviors and patterns that's creating self-sabotage. I know to be true because I too can confess many moons ago. And that's why I believed in hiring my first transformation coach back in 2010. Game changer. Renewed everything about me, Danny Johnson. I couldn't have done it by myself. Maybe I could have. I wouldn't say that because I believe we all carry a certain kingdom of grace within ourselves. The question is, are you going to help activate it? The people that's around you, the qualified people that's around you, is only there to help accelerate it. So that way you don't find yourself 40 years in the wilderness like the Israelites. So that's basically what I want you to give yourself grace to yield in and identify. Because at the end of the day, by incorporating these action items that I just shared with you into your professional journey, you're not only going to break free from self sabotage, but also unlocking your full potential. And I want you to remember the path to success is not always going to be easy. There's going to be challenges. And if you face the challenges, that is not the opportunity for you to say, okay, it wasn't for me. I'm going to go ahead and tap out. No, but that is you want to be able to have the right mindset because what was before wasn't working because of the mindset that you perhaps was projecting in your day-to-day results and outcomes. You can overcome any obstacles that stands in your way. So let me add some examples. I want to truly emphasize on some of the challenges that I know many people, individuals, and leaders are in making critical mistakes. And I want to help you avoid them when tackling these particular scenarios. So, for example, number one, first scenario, the constant doubting. Who's the constant doubters? And you may not, if you don't identify it right now, then that could very well be the problem. Like what? Let me give you some examples of what that is. Picture this. You're a leader in your field, whether it be in HR, technology, sales and marketing, but every decision you make, right, is met with self-doubt. Like, oh man, I don't think that's going to work. Let me go back into the drawing board without even taking it to some sort of trial and truth and getting the data to determine whether or not if it's factually not working. How many of you all find yourself always moving or tug of war, playing the yo yo effect with your decisions and your choices. Your hesitancy leads to missed opportunities for growth and advancement. Now, have you ever found yourself stuck in this circle of second guessing or unsure of how to break free? Or maybe perhaps, if I invest in myself, am I going to reap the rewards? If I invest in going back and getting a higher education, whether it be getting certified within a specialty or getting a license or getting certain elements that's going to help empower you to positioning or repositioning yourself as a top authority. Somehow in some way you're finding yourself over talking yourself or overthinking yourself out of the situation. That stops today. Another scenario I want to bring to you: the achievement down player. Now imagine a seasoned business professional or career professional who continually downplays their achievements, crippled by fear and what? Failure. Now, despite the remarkable accomplishments, you may have failed to recognize your true worth and potential. Now, have you ever caught yourself diminishing your successes, afraid of what may happen if you don't embrace them fully? That has happened to many of us. Now, the question you want to ask yourself is how long you're going to continue being that achievement down player. Another one, let me know if this is you, because the first one was the constant doubter. The second one was the achievement down player. And finally, number three, the perfectionist the paralysis. Basically, you're a perfectionist and your paralysis is if it's not perfect, I'm not going to do it. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to launch that book. I'm not going to create the book. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to start with the outline because of the perfectionist. Maybe you started because your ideas didn't even take you to the point where the pen was meeting the paper. You find yourself considering the person that you are. You're full of witty ideas. You're definitely crafted and wonderfully made in his image and his likeness, but for whatever reason, you find yourself striving for perfection in every endeavor, paralyzed by fear of making mistakes. When mistakes is how we learn. Mistakes is how we learn, ladies and gentlemen. Your pursuit of flawless leaves you stagnant. Ooh, who's guilty about that? Who's willing to open and change and find themselves removing away from that, unable to basically take meaningful action towards their goals? Can you relate to the pressure of perfectionism and how it holds you back from reaching your full highest success? Now, after I just shared with you these three, you may even want to go back and say, you know what, which one I identify with? Like, actually sit with self and do a self reflection and write down some of the behavior patterns that maybe correlates with the constant doubter, that maybe correlates with the achievement downplayer, and then finally the perfectionist paralysis. Yes. I want you to know that these are very common, basically pitfalls that professionals face when grappling with self sabotage. And I want you to know that breaking boundaries is something that you can take forth right now in this moment, in this very hour. Are you ready to do so, my friends? By recognizing these patterns, you now understand how huge of an impact it has been within your career, your success journey, within your work. Being aware of it and removing it, watch you succeed. Watch you start getting recognition. Watch how the promotions start coming to you. Watch how your clients are now giving you praise and testimonials where your referral pipeline is increasing. Your family, your life, your relationships is now being more bountiful. Is now being, listen, you don't have to like everyone, but you may love them. You can love them. And the goal here is you want to be able to know that I am going to move myself from being self-sabotage. Finally, I want you all to think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, even whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Philippians 4, verse 8. Very remarkable biblical scripture and principle. It gives you the ability to know that whatever's noble, whatever's right, and really stepping out and knowing and identifying with it. And knowing that, think about it in such a way that it start helping you reframe how you're thinking, how you're behaving, how you may see that all things are not working for you. All the works and efforts that you put in the matter of weeks and months and years was all in vain. Why do you think so? Self-sabotage is a behavior that you no longer want to hold on to, and you want to act on it right now. I want you to ask yourself, I want to be able to affirm. How do I affirm out loud to myself, Ruth, every day so I can increase this positive self awareness of no more self sabotage? Well, I want you to create this mantra and make it your declaration every single day. Who's ready? Who's ready? Let me know. Repeat after me. I am deserving of success. I release all self doubt and embrace my potential with confidence. Do that. Do that every single day. Reaffirm it, declaring that you are deserving of success. Now, I want you all to go ahead and share this podcast if you find it to be fully invaluable and you don't want to be able to just sit here and milk on it all by yourself. Subscribe and follow Breaking Boundaries podcast for more insightful discussions and personal and even professional growth in not only in just in your career, but also in your life. And I want you to become part of the Breaking Boundaries community and also unlock so many ways to breaking free and transforming you to be that top authority or that top individual, whether it be in their workplace, whether it be in your business. The goal here, we want to be able to together break free from self sabotage and reach new heights of success. Who's all ready to do that? Let me know that you're wanting to join because I will gladly meet you in the retreats, which I like to call the comments. Comment, share with me your key takeaways. What resonated with you? What got you now wanting to shift and disrupt your current situation? Otherwise, until next time, my beautiful friends,